Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Klaus Schnell extravaganza video. This is all basically done in the last minute. I'm not really planning this video, I'm just going along with it. So if I do happen to slow down at times, do excuse me. I'm just going to adjust the camera there slightly because I think I can fit a bit more of this book which I'm showing right now. If anyone don't know about this, this book has actually become really sought after now. This is X-Men number 8. I really didn't know about this until today, literally today. This book has now become hot on eBay. I've tried actually to find a copy of this cheap, and there's not one which I can find. This is actually going to be the character who first appeared in this book. Her name is Belladonna, and she will be appearing in the forthcoming Gambit movie, which is going to be made. And yeah, this is her first appearance. Didn't know anything about this book at all. I think the following issue, number 9 as well, is also an early appearance of hers, her second. But this is her first. I've been seeing this comic going for as much as £25 on eBay, so if anyone is after any sort of essential key issues right now, this is one of them. So yeah, grab this book while you can, if it's still going cheap. Alright, this is the backdrop I'm using. This is an album by the Groundhogs called Split. I think this was from 1971. Yeah, very much worth obtaining if you're into a lot of guitar soloing and all that sort of thing. Main man from this group was his name was Tony McPhee. He was quite prolific through the 60s and the 70s and all that. And yeah, this is his band, the Groundhogs. It's an album worth obtaining. Right, this is as you can see, Giant Size Superstars number 1 from May 1974. This is a classic Thing versus Hulk story. Absolutely nothing wrong with this book. I would probably put it in high grade if it weren't for the fact this blue ink stain here, which I think was done in the factory while this comic book was being processed. I don't think this was a man-made flaw, because I've looked at the next page of the book and there's absolutely no sign of this blue ink on it whatsoever. It was only on the front cover, so but I only paid something like £1 for this, which was a bargain, I thought, you know. Just apart from, like I say, apart from the blue ink, this would be in high grade, this book, so yeah, I'm still happy with it. There's no problem with it at all, I don't think. So, but right, I've seen this book go for as much as as little as 5, and then as much as 30. So, you know, you can't really sort of debate about the actual price of this book. Right, we'll continue. This is Iron Man number 169. This is the first cameo appearance of Jim Rhodes as Iron Man. This is when he tries the suit on for the very first time. As you can see, what Tony Stark says there, I can't handle it anymore, you be Iron Man. So he's basically giving up his role for the first time. Yeah, I think I only paid £1 for this. This was from my local market in town. So we continue with an homage cover here. This is Fanboy number 5. Basically an homage cover to Batman number 1 from spring 1940. You got some guest artists on this book. You got Mark Evanier and Sergio Aragons. I think they're the writers, I'm pretty sure of that. And then you've got art from Dick Sprang, Jim Mooney, Joe Giella, Neil Adams, Frank Miller and Bruce Timm. Yeah, I mainly just picked this up because it was an homage cover, and yeah, I think it's kind of neat, really. You've got Fanboy here. He's actually got long hair there, which looks kind of funny. So yeah, I'll pick that up. Right, and we'll continue with X-Force number 15. I've actually had this book for quite some time now, but yeah, quite popular due to the fact that it's Deadpool versus Cable. This is an early appearance of Deadpool. And I also have a second copy as well, so 2 copies of that particular book, which is always nice. I think these only cost me about £1 to £2 each, so yeah, weren't complaining whatsoever. And then we have the first appearance of X-Force. This is New Mutants number 100. This is a newsstand variant, and it's the last issue as well. Condition wise, I would probably say very fine minus, and I've seen this book go for as much, and you wouldn't believe it, about £40 I've seen this book go for recently, which is quite surprising, really, considering how much I've bought this for and how much I've seen it go for many times. So yeah. Right, I'll show you the next book. This is actual last issue of Doctor Strange from the second series, and this is number 81 from 1986. I've seen this go for as much as £10 at the moment. It's not an expensive book, but it's still nice to have considering it's the last issue. So yeah. Then we have Excalibur. This is a one-shot. I can't remember what this is actually called. The title of this story. There is actually a reissue where they do mention the name of the story, but it's just Excalibur by Claremont, Davis and Neary. And I would assume that was Chris Claremont and Alan Davis. And this is actually a first appearance of the Excalibur team, so yeah, very nice to have. Near mint condition without a doubt, and I've been seeing this go for as much as 15. So yeah, this was only a £3 purchase, which was nice. Right, and we'll continue. The music in the background, if you can hear it, this is by an artist called Conrad Schnitzler. I don't think you're going to find much more way out music than what he makes. Yeah, very, very unusual artist indeed, from Germany. We've got Justice League of America number 56. I do believe this is a key, the first Golden Age appearance of Wonder Woman in the Silver Age. It's a bit of a mouthful, but yeah, that's what it is. I would say the condition was fine and fine plus, between them sort of conditions, and yeah, for a high grade copy I've seen this go for as much as £95. Saying that though, I don't think it's worth as much as that, but yeah, this comic sort of varies in price, really, to tell you the truth. The only problem with my one is the fact that it's got a label on there, which I could probably get that off. It's one of the old sort of British price stickers. But not to worry, apart from that, a very, very nice copy. Right, and we've got DC Comics Presents number 87. This is the first appearance of Superboy Prime. I did order this comic a while ago. I actually ordered another one about a couple of months before that, which got lost in the post, unfortunately. But this made up for it. I didn't pay very much, and it's a newsstand variant. So yeah, very nice to have. This one I've not actually seen in any videos. This first time I'm actually seeing this in one of my own videos. Detective Comics number 647. This is actually the first appearance of Stephanie Brown, who is called the Spoiler in this book. But she later went on to become Batgirl. And also Robin as well. I think she was Robin first and then Batgirl later on. But yeah, this is the first appearance of Stephanie Brown, and it's got a really nice Matt Wagner cover as well. This is a really excellent cover indeed. Didn't pay very much for this at all. I think it was about £1, so most chuffed with that. Then we've got a couple of Barry Windsor-Smith covers here. This is a real classic one here. We've got X-Men number 205. This is from 1986. What a cover, you know. I don't think there's any other cover like this one, to tell you the truth. Great stuff indeed. Barry Windsor-Smith has become a favourite of mine. You know, with his art, and you know, I read a Conan issue the other month, which I was really impressed with. In fact, I don't know actually. I think that might have been Jim Starlin. I think Barry Windsor-Smith done the early Conan, which I've not actually read yet, and which I'd very much like to check out. But there was something of Barry Windsor-Smith I did buy recently. I think it was the Weapon X series, and I'll be showing all them off real soon. Yeah, saying that, we've got X-Men 205, and we've also got an Iron Man 232 as well, which is also a Barry Windsor-Smith cover and art. He does the interior as well as the last one as well. Beautiful cover again, you know. As I keep saying, I do like purple backgrounds on comic covers, and this one is a very good example. Right, this one we have X Factor number 1. I think it's either February 84 or 85. This actually continues from the last issue of the Defenders, number 152. Because I think Angel and the Beast were still, and Iceman were also members of the Defenders at that time, and it turns into X Factor, and then they basically bring along Miss Marvel, who's Jean Grey, and Cyclops. Yeah, good comic to get. I didn't pay very much for this, and I've seen it go recently. Well, I've seen it go for a lot more a few months back, but it's dropped in price recently. I've seen it go for about as much as £5 to £10. This is a real nice near mint high grade copy though, so happy to get that. Right, we'll take them away, and a few more books left. We've got Superman Annual number 11 from 1985. This book is really hard to get on eBay. I never really see many copies of it. I did look recently. I think there was only one copy, and again, prices vary on this book. For people who don't know, this story was actually later made into an animated cartoon for the Justice League Unlimited series. Very good cartoon alone as well, and if you've not read this, very much worth checking out. It's written and drawn by the same people who've done Watchmen, Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. This one is in actual fact a Fine Plus copy, but then I do have a second one as well, and this is a nice high grade, very fine copy. And to have 2 copies of this book, I'm very chuffed indeed, you know, considering you don't see many copies of it floating about on eBay now. And I've seen it go for as much as £35. So, yeah, I got 1 copy for about 2 or 3, and then I got the other one for about 10. I actually paid about 10 for the other one, the high grade one. But not to worry, you know. I do see this book go for quite good money these days, so I'm not complaining whatsoever. Yeah, see if you can find Superman Annual number 11. Pick it up. Right, last couple of books. We've got Starman and the Black Canary. Now, I'm not too sure if I've shown this off already, but I want to show it off again now. This is actually, I've actually put this in a Mylar bag, and it's got a good decent border with it as well. Brave and the Bold number 62. This is actually the first appearance of Wildcat in the Silver Age. Good book to have. I didn't pay very much. I think it was about £4 I paid for this last year. In fine minus, and I've been seeing copies of this going between £15 and £30 for this book. If it was a high grade, this goes for near on £100. Yeah, something about the cover I really like as well. I like the blue background where it sort of shades into a lighter colour at the bottom of the book. So yeah, nice book to have indeed. Also, the first appearance of a character called the Huntress, who is no relevance to the Huntress of the 70s, who appeared in the Super Society of Supervillains, or what, I can't remember what actual book she appeared in. The first Tiles 2 books. I don't actually have either of them at the moment. I will do one day, but right. And for the final book, and this is quite a nice one. I paid £10 for it. Detective Comics number 387. And what's significant about this book is it's the very, very first time the full story of Detective Comics number 27 is actually reprinted in any Batman comic, any form, annual, whatever. This is the very first book what reprints that very, very first story. If there's anyone who's going to prove me wrong, but there's actually a copy of Batman number 200 which reprints the very first page of Detective 27, that actual story, but this one prints it in its entirety, so I would class this as the very first reprint of Detective 27. Only cost me £10 this book's in very nice condition. And I just want to show you this quickly because not only have I got the book, but I have the T-shirt as well. If you can see that. So yeah, because I actually got the T-shirt first, but because my flatmate's son, whose name is Son, he really likes the cover. He keeps pointing at this T-shirt all the time when I'm wearing it, so I had to buy the book. But yeah, I didn't know this was actually the first time Detective 27 was reprinted. So there we go, that's another video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I do notice that I've actually been gaining some more subscribers. I've got over 200 now, so I do really appreciate that. Thanks for people who have left messages and been watching my last video. I was going to be doing one last week, but I got sidetracked with something else, so I've managed to get one out now. So anyway, take care, see you soon, thank you.